Jean Piaget was a Swiss psychologist who dedicated his career to mapping exactly how children's thinking changes as they grow older. His theory didn't just describe development, it explained the mechanisms behind it. Piaget built his theory on the concept of schemas, mental frameworks we use to organize and interpret experience. When new information fits a schema, we assimilate it. When it doesn't fit, we must accommodate by changing the schema. Assimilation is the easier process, fitting new information into a schema you already have. A child who calls every four-legged animal a dog is assimilating, forcing new creatures into the only animal schema they know. Accommodation is more demanding. It requires modifying an existing schema or creating an entirely new one. When the child learns that cats are different from dogs, they accommodate, updating their mental categories to reflect reality. The sensorimotor stage spans birth to about age 2. Infants learn entirely through their senses and physical actions, grabbing, sucking, looking. There is no abstract reasoning yet, only direct interaction with the world. The major achievement of this stage is object permanence, the understanding that objects continue to exist even when you can't see them. Infants under 8 months will not search for a hidden toy. Older infants will, showing permanence has developed. The preoperational stage runs from about age 2 to 7. Children develop language and symbolic thinking. They can use words and images to represent objects. However, their thinking remains egocentric. They struggle to take another person's perspective. Egocentrism doesn't mean selfishness. It means the child literally cannot yet perceive the world from another person's viewpoint. Piaget's 3 mountains task demonstrated this. Children assume everyone sees the same view of a model that they see. Conservation failure is another hallmark of this stage. Preoperational children believe the amount of liquid changes when poured into a different shaped container. They focus on appearance, the height of the liquid, rather than logic. The concrete operational stage spans ages 7 to 11. Children now master conservation. They understand that rearranging or reshaping something doesn't change its quantity. Their logic works well for concrete, tangible problems. A key achievement here is reversibility, the ability to mentally undo an action. Children now understand that pouring juice back into the original glass returns it to its original state. This mental flexibility marks a significant cognitive leap. Concrete operational children also develop true classification, the ability to sort objects along multiple dimensions simultaneously. They can understand that a bead can be both wooden and brown at the same time, something preoperational children struggle with. The final stage, formal operational, begins around age 12. Adolescents and adults can now engage in abstract and hypothetical reasoning. They can think about possibilities, not just realities, asking what if and systematically testing theories. Formal operational thinkers use deductive reasoning, applying general principles to specific situations. This enables scientific thinking, moral philosophy, and complex mathematics. Not everyone reaches this stage fully, and context matters significantly. Later researchers found that Piaget consistently underestimated young children's abilities. Simplified versions of his tasks showed object permanence emerging earlier than he claimed. His methods may have introduced confusion that masked children's true competence. Lev Vygotsky offered a competing view. Cognitive development is driven primarily by social interaction, not internal maturation alone. Children learn best through collaboration with more capable peers or adults who scaffold their thinking. Vygotsky's zone of proximal development describes the gap between what a child can accomplish independently and what they can achieve with guidance. The most effective teaching targets this zone, pushing just beyond current ability. Despite decades of critique and revision, Piaget's stage theory remains foundational in developmental psychology. His core insight, that children are active constructors of knowledge, not passive recipients, fundamentally changed how we understand learning and education.